welcome to this Friday, June the 23rd edition of the Ringside Report. I am Ryan Young. Joining me on the phone, hopefully, eventually, sometime during this show, the King of Controversy, Anthony Spooty. He told me, I just talked to him a minute ago, he said, I'll call you in 10. And it's been 10. So hopefully he calls me either during this or during the next segment. But in this segment, we got a lot of things to recap because, of course, in the next segment, we're going to be looking back at our moment because, of course, it's Friday, but we also have a warm-up to do as well. So let's recap SmackDown Live to start things off. Starts off with Carmella in the ring with her suitcase or with her briefcase, and James Ellsworth and her saying, you know what? There is no rule. I got the I grabbed the briefcase, because of course James Ellsworth grabbed it off the ladder, so on and so forth, and she was able to get it, and everyone complaining about it. But then she said, you know what, she is the Miss Money in the Bank. A very good, heartfelt promo, which I think is exactly what she needs. Big E defeats Jimmy Uso. Nakamura defeats Dolph Ziggler. Kevin Owens and AJ says he's going to do an open challenge. AJ Styles comes out and wants to accept. He said, no, you already had your chance. Well, Chad Gable comes out. He gets his opportunity for the United States title. Kevin Owens defeats Chad Gable. Daniel Bryan comes out with all the SmackDown women and announces that there will be a rematch for the Money in the Bank next week on SmackDown from San Diego. So therefore Carmella is no longer Miss Money in the Bank. It is now up for grabs. Once again, we'll have the rematch next week. Should be good. And then finally, Jinder Mahal defeats Luke Harper. Randy Orton comes out and RKO's the Singh brothers and RKO's Jinder Mahal. Rumor has it a Punjabi prison match at Battleground may be in the line, which I think would be great because, of course, you haven't had really a Indian or Punjabi need of a Punjabi match since you saw Great Khali back when he was a heel and went on his little bit of a run. Okay, now let's shift to 205 Live. Tony Nese gets a win over Jack Gallagher. Mustafa Ali gets the win over Drew Gulak. Of course, Drew Gulak wants to make it a no-fly zone in 205 Live. And then finally, Neville defeats Rich Swann. So that is 205 Live. Now let's shift gears to Ring of Honor. Of course, tonight is Best in the World. So this is the final Ring of Honor before Best in the World. BCB and Silas Young defeat Jay Lethal and Bobby Fish. The Kingdom defeat the Boys. Punishment Martinez gets a win over Joey Dadiego, and then the Addiction and Tamakachi gets a win over Chaos. Following that match, Cody, who was on commentary, attacks Daniels. Of course, them two are in a match for the Ring of Honor World title tonight at Best in the World, and of course, we'll have a warm-up coming up in just a little bit. And then finally, NXT, Eric Young and Alexander Wolf get a victory, so does Sonya Devil. And then Aleister Black gets a win over Cassius Ohno. Aleister Black, of course, made his debut in NXT at TakeOver Orlando, so I think he's going to be getting a push, and possibly by next year, maybe Royal Rumble time, he might be in line for a good opportunity of getting a title shot against Bobby Roode or whoever it may be. Now rumors are swirling that it possibly could be making his debut. It could be a TakeOver Brooklyn as Adam Cole, because, of course, I mean, he's kind of been up and down about where he's going to be and what's happening, so I think a great job there to see what's going to happen, and will we get a chance to see him in NXT? We just saw him, and I mean, he's still kind of hanging around with Ring of Honor. He screwed over everyone in the Bullet Club, so we'll see what happens there, but of course, that is SmackDown, 205 Live, Ring of Honor, and NXT. We'll be back on Ring of Honor in segment 3. We're taking a time out. When we come back, it's time to go back. Of course, we're in our final 100 as we get you set for our first look back at one of the best moments in Ringside Report over the last 3.5, or a little over 3.5 years. That's next on the Ringside Report. Welcome back here to the Ringside Report on this Friday, getting you ready for the weekend. Of course, pay-per-view tonight with Ring of Honor. We'll be talking about that in the next segment. But of course, as we announced on our 500th episode a week ago, that we are in our final 100, Friday, April the 13th. In New Orleans, Louisiana, our final day of WrestleMania week will be our final edition of the Ringside Report. Ringside Report 600 will be, so we're going to stop after 600 episodes. So what we're going to do every Friday show to close out the week, we're going to bring you one of our greatest Ringside Report moments. And this is one, of course, we're kind of ranking them 34. I believe there's 34 to 30 or to 1. And of course, a lot of you guys know some of our best moments and some of our best storylines. That'll be coming up in the later weeks. But our first one's going to be one that I enjoy. I don't think it's 34, but I think it's a great way to start it off. It was myself as Ryan Yanni, and of course when I was Ryan Yanni, I was an asshole. I can't really deny that. and I was able to, and it was the Halloween edition, I believe in 2014. And and Brandon was hosting, and I decided to dress up as the third member of our crew who's still not called in yet, the King of Controversy, Anthony Smoody. Let's take a look back in 2014 at Ryan dressing up as Anthony.
To the Ringside Report, and my guest today is
the 2014 host of the Post with the most. And I am the King of Controversy, Anthony Smoody. And it wouldn't be me without my big fat belly and the Triangle of Doom.
Yanni gave Ryan.
No,
Yanni gave Tony the, what's the tool of the week?
Lay's barbecue chips. Oh, God. I'm starving.
It was supposed to be a rough...
Oh, it's tool of the week.
Your face is ugly, Tony.
Imagine having to wake up with this ugly mug every day. My fedora.
You ever gonna find a girlfriend, Tony?
I got Rosie Palms and her 5 sisters. That's all I'm ever gonna have.
A real woman, real hair, a real face.
My sister didn't want to date. She turned me down.
Well,
preview our upcoming schedule.
Our preview upcoming schedule: Friday, November 14th. BCW returns to the Knights of Columbus. What is it? What's the theme that night, Tony?
It's my birthday! Everyone, bring me a birthday cake! I want every cake! I want chocolate! I want vanilla! Give me some strawberry! I want cake! I need cake! Are you gonna bring me a cake? I hope I get presents! Bring me food! I need more potato chips!
No, what is the theme that night for BCW?
My birthday! Bring a big cake, Frankie! I want candles, edible candles so I can eat those. And I want whipped cream and just everything imaginable on that cake.
The next night, Saturday, November 5th.
But it's Thanksgiving turmoil, and Ryan Yanni is not going to be there because of his job. Therefore, I get to kiss some more ass so I don't get beat up by them bunch of goons.
The next night, Saturday, November 15th, POW Entertainment Wrestle Rage 12.
I tried to order a tuxedo, but they said they don't make them for tents.
What a night, Tony. What a night.
Imagine Master J back in the building. You're gonna see Bob Perella finally get his company back. This is going to be a night that everyone cannot wait for. Make sure you get there, and there's going to be food, right? Because there's going to be food, right?
Tony, how you getting there?
There's going to be food, right?
Yeah, Jimmy said there's going to be food.
Tony,
how you getting there?
Personally, from the outside looking in, I mean, I was a different guy back then, but I still do very much believe that I nailed that. And I should have got a sponsorship from Lay's potato chips. I mean, that's the only time I ever ate on this show, and but it was fun. That's moment number 34, me dressing up like the King of Controversy. We'll have another one next week, another good one as well that kind of got leaked on our YouTube page the other day, but of course, every Friday we're going to close out the week with a moment, and of course we'll look back at all of these WrestleMania week, our final week, so of course a lot of things to do, and a lot of memories, but also a lot of wrestling to talk about as well, as we got, this is Ringside, this is our 503rd episode, so still a long way to go, folks, so we'll be here. Folks, we're going to take a time out here on the Ringside Report. When we come back, it's time for the Ring of Honor Best in the World warm-up. Will I get a hold of the King of Controversy? Will he be able to give me the picks? Or will we have to find out what his picks are after the pay-per-view? We'll find out. That's next on the Ringside Report. Alright, folks, it's now time for the Ring of Honor Best in the World warm-up. Of course, Best in the World coming to you tonight. I want to say it's from Worcester, Mass. Could be wrong. But anyway, it is tonight live on pay-per-view. All the titles are going to be on the line. There are about 8 or 9 matches. I'll give you my predictions. I'll get Tony's whenever I get a hold of them. And then, of course, we'll have the wrap-up to kick off the show on Monday. Let's start this off with a match Kingdom, which of course 2 of the 3 members. The 3rd member is, of course, injured on the crutches. I believe it's Matt Taven and Vince. Can't say his name, but he's the crazy guy that looks like Marv from Home Alone. But they're going to be going up against Ultimo Guerrero and El Terrible. I don't really know much about these guys, but I think the Kingdom, they're trying, of course, they lost their 6-man tag team titles. They're trying to get them back, but of course they need the 3rd man to do it, so I'm sure we're going to see this rematch eventually sometime down the line. But I think right now you're going to see the Kingdom be able to take advantage of that, and I think it should be a pretty good matchup. So I'm going to say my prediction right there, because I'll give my prediction as I go. I'm going to say the Kingdom get a victory over Ultimo Guerrero and El Terrible. Losing team disbands. It's an 8-man tag team match. You're going to see the Rebellion go up against Search and Destroy, which I found out this week from my niece, that Kenny King of the Rebellion is actually on The Bachelor. Who knew? Well, I'm sure if any girls are watching this and watch The Bachelor, they knew. But he'll be in action. He'll be part of the Rebellion. I have a good hunch feeling that they're going to disband. I think they had their little run where, of course, they were protesting everything and they don't like Ring of Honor. Kind of got stale pretty quickly. So I think they're taking a back seat. So I'm going to go with Search and Destroy, getting a victory over the Rebellion. I think the Rebellion is going to disband. There's a lot of different. Kenny King's doing a lot of different things that I think wrestling's not. I'm sure it's one of his top priorities. But he was on The Bachelor. I think he's a model as well. So. We'll see. This match I think could be interesting. A strap match. Kazarian going 1-on-1 against Adam Page. This goes all the way back to when Kazarian joined the Bullet Club, turned on Daniels to only help Daniels win the title from Adam Cole, and turned on the Bullet Club. And then it's going to be, and then you've seen the straps come back and forth and left and right. So you're going to see Kazarian go 1-on-1 against Adam Page. It's going to be a good match. I think this is going to be the night of the Bullet Club. I think the Bullet Club's going to have a prevailing night. I'm going to predict Adam Page gets a victory over Kazarian. Jay Lethal, of course, trying to get back in the world title picture. He'll be going 1-on-1 against one of the locals here in Wisconsin, and that is Silas Young. Will we get a chance? The key in this match, and I say it every time Silas Young's 1-on-1, is this match going to be without the Beer City Bruiser at ringside? If it's without the Beer City Bruiser at ringside, then I think this is a fair match. But if he gets involved, of course, Jay Lethal used to have Truth Martini and Taylor Hendricks, but he don't have any of that anymore. So if it's a 1-on-1 match, I'm going Jay Lethal. So that's my prediction right now. Silas Young's on a good run, but I think Jay Lethal's going to get back on track. I got him defeating Silas Young. 6-man tag team titles on the line. Bully Ray and the Briscoes against Dalton Castle and the Boys. Dalton Castle is yet to hold the title in Ring of Honor, and I think that's going to continue. I don't think he's going to win the title. Bully Ray and the Briscoes, I think, are going to keep it until we finally get the rematch until the Kingdom finally get their opportunity. So, but again, Bully Ray and the Briscoes, they don't like the Boys. I think it'd be bad. The Boys aren't really wrestlers, so why put titles on them? So I think I'm going to go with Bully Ray and the Briscoes in the 6-man tag team titles. Ring of Honor tag team titles on the line. The Young Bucks going up against War Machine. War Machine on a roll. They've had a good stretch in Japan as of late. I believe they're the IWGP, one of their tag team champions. So they got an opportunity to get a tag team title shot. And I think it's going to be a good matchup. Young Bucks right now, once again, are on the roll. But like I said, I think this is the night of the Bullet Club. I want to say it was last year at Best in the World. Tony will know if he didn't call. During every commercial break, I've called him and he don't answer. And I just talked to the guy. So he'll be back on Monday, unless he calls within the next 2 minutes. But I believe one of these upcoming pay-per-views is when Adam Cole joined and there was a Bullet Club kind of night. I'm going to go Young Bucks over War Machine. Ring of Honor TV title, Kushida, who won the title at a TV taping. And speak of the devil, here he comes. Smoothie, we're in segment 3. Where the hell were ya? Hang on. Uh-oh, I think we lost him again. Smoothie? See if we can get one more chance here. Smoothie, what the hell happened to ya?
I was on a crapper for a little bit. I don't turn the crapper again.
Oh, well, hang on. We're in segment 3. We're almost done. This is the Ring of Honor Best in the World wrap or warm up. Kingdom or Ultimo Guerrero and El Terrible?
Let's do it. I'm going to go with the Kingdom.
Me too. Losing team disbands, Rebellion or Search and Destroy?
I'm trying to think what I put down. Search and Destroy.
Okay, I have that as well. Strap match, Kazarian, Adam Page.
Kazarian.
Okay, I have Adam Page. Jay Lethal, Silas Young.
Jay Lethal.
I have Jay Lethal as well. 6-man tag titles, Bully Ray Briscoes versus Dalton Castle and the Boys.
Bully Ray and the Boys.
I have them too. Young Bucks, War Machine, Ring of Honor tag titles.
I'm going to go with Young Bucks.
Me too. Ring of Honor TV title, Kushida, Marty Scurll. We were just on this match. Who do you got?
I'm going to go with Kushida.
Okay, I am going to agree. And fine. I said it was gonna be I said it was gonna be Bullet Club's night, but Marty Scurll's part of Bullet Club, but I don't think he's gonna win. Christopher Daniels versus Cody, world title.
I'm going to go with Christopher Daniels.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Cody, and I'm gonna change my pick just for fun. I'm gonna say Marty Scurll is gonna win. I'm gonna say, wasn't it this pay-per-view last year when Adam Cole turned and joined the Bullet Club, or was that the next one?
I think it was this one.
All right, folks, best in the world. Tony, your thoughts on me dressing up as you for Halloween? We did that in the last segment.
Yeah, I almost reacted. I wanted to do his Brandon McGrath, but I couldn't find a face uglier than Brandon McGrath.
Ooh, Smoody, look at you dropping the bombs. Okay, that is the best in the world. We'll have a wrap-up on Friday. Tony, thanks for joining me for the last minute, and have a good weekend.
Oh, you too.
And best of luck for you and your crapper.
I'm going to have more crap time than ever.
For Anthony Smoody, I'm Ryan Anderson. Have a great weekend, and thank you for watching the Ringside Report, your front row seat to all things wrestling.